Hello everyone, in today's video I will talk to you about everything related to betta fight, why they fight each other, does a male betta and a female betta fight with each other, why do male bettas fight with each other, and everything related to it. So make sure you watch till the end of the video to know everything related to betta fight. Now I want to start off with a myth, that is bettas love to fight and they will always fight, they will always look an opportunity to fight with each other, and that's exactly not true. In the wild, in their natural habitat, I'm talking about the rice paddies in the Thailand, their bettas actually don't want to fight unless they have to. By that I mean, if a betta can retreat from any kind of fight, he will. He doesn't actually look for fighting, or he doesn't actually like fighting. Bettas generally fight for being territorial. That means if the betta has to save its territory from another male or another competitor, then it will fight. And he won't start fighting until he has no room to escape or no room to retreat. So bettas don't actually like fighting. However, the farmers back in the days and later on the businessmen, they liked the fighting capability of the betta, and they bred betta for their fighting, and they enhanced that fighting capability until later on bettas were specifically bred to fight. They enhanced their aggression. That's why these days bettas actually fight, and they like to fight because they were specifically bred for fighting. But back in the original days, when the bettas were in their wild habitat, they didn't look for fighting unless they had to. Now let's come to the point, why do male bettas fight with each other? The first most common reason is territorial. Bettas are extremely territorial, and then they want to protect their territory, the marked territory, and they want to protect it from any other threat, any other fish or any other competitor. In the wild habitat, bettas generally live in rice paddies. Now when the drought occurs, then water starts to dry out, so bettas have to swim miles and miles in order to find a suitable place to live. Now when it is searching for a suitable place, and if it finds one, and suppose later on another male betta comes to that place, now the betta that has been swimming for miles and miles to find that place, it will try its best to keep that place out of another male betta, so that that male betta can't take a bite out of its new territory. Okay, that's why bettas fight with another male betta or another competitor in order to save his territory, in order to scare off the other male betta from its territory. This is the most common reason. Another common reason can be fight for food. In the wild, food is very scarce. It's not like we keeping betta in a tank and feeding them every day. In the wild, bettas have to search for food, fight for food, and look for food all the time, because food isn't guaranteed. That's why when a betta finds some food, it will fight off another competitor so that he can make sure he eats the food. So this is another reason bettas fight with another male betta in order to get the food. Another interesting reason can be bettas fight with another male to protect their bubble nest. Now if you don't know about betta breeding, this can be a very interesting topic, and I will make a whole video on this topic later. How betta breeding occurs is this: the male betta tries to interest or attract the female betta with its bubble nest. Now you may ask, what is a bubble nest? The bubble nest is basically the male betta blows bubble out of its mouth and stores the bubble at the water surface. Now a lot of bubbles stick to each other and forms a nest, and this is what it's called, a bubble nest. This bubble nest is what impresses the female betta, and then the male betta and the female betta breeds, they mate, and when the female betta lays the eggs, the male betta will take the eggs and stick the eggs to its bubble nest. This is how the breeding actually works. Now when a male betta has successfully made its bubble nest, and then if another male betta comes near the bubble nest, then the male beta will fight off that another male beta in order to protect the bubble nest. This is to ensure that the male beta can successfully breed and successfully raise his kids. Okay, so that's another reason. In order to protect the bubble nest and protect the eggs inside the bubble nest, the male beta can fight any other fish, any other competitor near the bubble nest. Now you may ask, are female betas as equally aggressive as the male betas? No, they are not. Female betas are generally less aggressive, but that doesn't mean they are not aggressive. They are still very aggressive, but not as aggressive as the male ones. You can, in a 20-gallon tank, you can keep about 5 to 9 female betas together. That this type of grouping is called a sorority, beta sorority. Beta sorority is a tank where you are keeping multiple female betas together. Now the female betas generally won't fight with each other because in a sorority a kind of hierarchy forms. Suppose in a sorority of 9 female betas, one female beta will be the alpha and the other 8 female betas will submit to her. And in a sorority there is the alpha female beta and the other betas can form their own small groups, but all of them will submit to the alpha female beta, and that's how a sorority works. So no, female betas are not as aggressive as the male ones, but they are still very aggressive. And if you are just starting a sorority, in the early days, in the first days, there can be some kind of aggression, but later on the female betas, they will form their own kind of order and they will submit to just one female beta, and after that there isn't necessary any kind of aggression from that point. Now the next common question can be, does a male beta and a female beta fight? The answer is yes. A male beta and a female beta can fight pretty much for the same reasons why two males will fight. The most common reason is territorial. As I've said, betas are in general very territorial, so even if a male beta sees a female beta, it can fight with her because of establishing territory. Now another interesting reason that can be because after breeding, after the female has laid her eggs, it can try to eat those eggs. Now the male beta will always try to protect the eggs and the bubble nest. So if the female beta tries to eat the eggs, then the male beta will fight with her and do whatever is needed in order to protect the eggs and the bubble nest. So that's one reason why the male beta can fight the female beta. That's why we always recommend not to house a female beta and a male beta together unless they are ready for mating, and after the mating they should be housed apart. You should not keep two adult betas together ever. Now the next question can be, how long does a beta fight last? It generally lasts about 2 minutes. Sometimes it can last about 5 minutes, but that is rare. Normally a couple of minutes is the scene time that a beta will fight with another fish. Now let's talk about the process, how the fight gets started. First, when the two male betas or the two betas come in front of each other, then they will flare towards each other. Flaring means they will just try to scare off the other beta by expanding their gills and spreading their tails. They will just try to establish dominance. When both of them are flaring, then comes the nipping stage. At this stage, one beta will try to nip at the fins or tails of other beta, and this will how the fighting will continue until one beta retreats and just goes out of that place. So this is how the beta fight actually continues, and this process continues about 2 or 3 minutes, and then within that time one beta will know he has got defeated and he will run off from that place. It is rare to see that betas fight each other till their death unless they are in a small tank and there is no other place to hide away. So this is how long typically a beta fight will last. The next question can be, does beta fight with other fishes, not betas but other similar fishes? The answer is, it depends. Every beta is different, they have their own personality, and that's why I can't give you a definite answer, but there are some guidelines. If the other fish looks like a betta, then it can fight with the other fish. Also, bettas tend to fight fish that have fancy tails, long tails, colorful scales. That kind of fish attracts the betta and it can fight with that fish. So these are the general guidelines, that if a fish is the same size as another betta, has colorful and long fins tails, then it is not recommended to keep that fish with a betta because they can fight with each other. Now if you want to know more about betta fish fight, then I have made a video on betta fish fight tournament, how that started, does betta fish fight tournament still occurs, and everything related to it. I will highly urge you to watch that video. The video will pop at the screen now. And if you have found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to watch more betta videos. Thank you.